Welcome back to the Professor's Lab. I'm Professor V, and this is Game 2 of some free play Louisville Regional Training that happened at Die Hard Games on October 10th, 2024. If you didn't know, Die Hard League happens every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central, featuring casual and tournament play of whatever format everyone wants. Spooky League Challenge, Thursday, October 24th at 6 p.m. Surging Sparks pre-releases start Saturday, October 26th at 1 p.m. And League Cup, Saturday, November 23rd at 11 a.m. All Central Time, all at Die Hard Games. Go see more info in this video's description and check out Pokemon's event locator for premiere and other events at the shop, such as League Challenges, League Cups, pre-releases, and more. Please hit that like button right quick, subscribe to this channel, ring the bell for notifications, say what you need to say in the comments, and all that other good free stuff. But anyways, let's research this game. On the left, Terapagos. On the right, Lugia. It looks like Terapagos is going first this time over on the left. Terapagos EX in the active spot. Fan wrote him on the bench. Doesn't get much better than that now, does it? They are searching their deck, so I'm sure they are using the Fan Rotom Fan Call ability. Once during your first turn, you can search your deck for up to 3 colorless Pokemon with 100 HP or less and put them into your hand. Hoot Hoots, Pidgeys are usually prime suspects to be grabbed off of the Fan Call here. But our player is going to take this first legal deck search to look through their deck, try to determine what's in there and what's prized, so that way they can better inform their decisions. Now, of course, what Fan Rotom grabs off a Fan Call will be determined by what's in hand. I see the Pidgey moving to the front of the deck, as well as a couple of Hoot Hoots, so usually a Hoot Hoot, a Pidgey, and a Noctowl is a fine grab. Double Hoot Hoot and Pidgey is fine as well, and that's what we see grabbed here. I'm sure they will hit the bench, and I don't think there's really much else that needs to be found. Maybe a Duskull would be nice to get down as well this turn. The Stadium Area 0 Underdepths doesn't need to be played this turn 1. So maybe a Duskull, maybe an Energy would be nice to find, but nothing critical, as we do see the Energy in hand that will actually be attached to the active. No big fear of it being knocked out on their opponent's first turn. So we'll pass things over to the Lugia player on the right. With the Iron Hands EX in the active spot is usually not a place Lugia would like to be, especially since there's not a Pokemon across from it with 120 or 100 HP in the active spot. So a Nest Ball will be played. That item card allows the player to search their deck for a basic Pokemon to put onto the bench. Usually the basic will be the Lugia V in this instance. Just depends on what's in hand. But we can see our Lugia player is going to take a second to look through the deck on their first deck search to try to determine what's in deck and what's prized, of course. That is a critical mechanic of the Pokemon trading card game, the prize cards. You build a 60 card deck, and then at the start of the game you have to not have access to 6 of them. I am actually a fan of the prized card mechanic, but not everyone is. What do you think of the prized card mechanic? Let me know in the comments what you think. Should we not have prize cards? Maybe prize tokens or something like that to take to win the game? Another argument is, should players be allowed to look at their prize cards on their first deck search? That could speed things up, as the prize checking would be pretty much instant with that first deck search. I doubt anything's going to change anyways, as a Nest Ball does find that Lugia V, that League Lugia V. That gets established on the bench here. I think another Lugia V would be desired to get down on this turn, as the next turn the opponent could just KO the lone Lugia V that's in play. Looks like a Nest Ball, or excuse me, a Earthen Vessel will discard a card. I think they're going to debate which card to discard here. Not a very good hand. I assume that's their hand. That's there. The Earthen Vessel discards the Lugia V-Star to search the deck for a Lightning Energy, basic, to put into hand. And just a lot of Pokemon and energy in hand here. They can't even play a supporter, as that Lightning Energy is at least attached to the active Lightning type. And then things are passed over to Terapagos. So number one on Terapagos' list is to knock out that Lugia V on the bench, as we see them play Rare Candy to allow that Pidgey to evolve directly into Pidgeot, natural in hand. As then a Noctowl is evolved onto the bench. And Noctowl says as long as there's a Terra Pokemon in play, when you evolve into Noctowl, you can search your deck for 2 trainer cards and put them in your hand. Boss's orders could be a big one. If it's not already there, we need the Area 0. We need more bench Pokemon. So there's about a 3-card combo or so. 3 or more card combo that's needed to get the KO on the bench Lugia V on the other side. So Noctowl with Jewel Seeker will find the Area 0 Underdepth Stadium as well as an Ultra Ball. Area 0 gets put into play, and then Ultra Ball is played, discarding 2 cards in order to search the deck for a Pokemon, basic or evolution. Maybe another Noctowl to just grab more pieces. Just depends on what's in hand. The Area 0 Underdepth Stadium, of course, says if you have a Stadium or a Terra type Pokemon in play, your bench size grows to 8 instead of 5. It looks like that fancy Noctowl will be found off of the Ultra Ball here. And it will be evolved. Another Jewel Seeker happening, allowing the player to search the deck for 2 trainer cards, since that Terapagos EX is the Terra type. There is also a Pidgeot EX quick search ability that can be used as well, but we're saving that for the end. Apparently it has double Buddy Buddy Poffin are pulled from the Jewel Seeker from the deck, and they both will be played. That item card, of course, allows the player to search their deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon with 70 HP or less and put them onto their bench. So double Duskull and double Hoot Hoot will be found and benched off of the double Buddy Buddy Poffin. That is 8 Pokemon on the bench. So now the Terapagos EX in the active spot is attacking for 220 damage with its unified beatdown attack, 30 times the amount of bench Pokemon you have, minus 20 for the double turbo energy. So 220 damage. As Boss's Orders is played, you saw to bring up that Lugia V from the bench into the active spot. Then the Terapagos uses its unified beatdown attack to take the KO on it. Iron Hands EX moves into the active spot. The Lugia player has literally nothing else they could play from hand. So it's good games from there and on to the next one. It happens in the Pokemon trading card game. What do you think of this video and the commentary? Please leave feedback in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time in the Professor's Lab.